Hello, Facebook family. How are you on this fabulous Friday? I'm Margo Mastery, your heartfelt CFO from Margo's Bookkeeping. So I'm actually going to jump in. I have a story to tell, Storytime Friday, and I hope you guys enjoy the story. So many of us as entrepreneurs, we struggle with scaling our business. We struggle with knowing who our ideal client is and sticking to that. Not only sticking to our ideal client and our niche, but really being able to service them. And even once you service them, it's knowing how to keep up the relationship. I was just in my mastermind, and I put out this post, and it ended up being like some pity responses of like, yeah, I've been in relationships and like I pay this money and then I don't get, the worth value from it. And okay, so before I talk about that, so it took me a long time within MVS to really know who my ideal client is and to really know even the niche that I want to work with. Now, it took a lot of work from me, knowing the services that I want to provide, knowing who I don't want to work with, and servicing them in such a way that's going to service their needs, scale them, and bring them, to their goals. Now, I had this client for a very long time, and it's probably 3 years. I'm not sure if it's 2 years or 3 years. And about 2 weeks ago, it was like a mutual agreement to part ways. And with parting ways, my instinct was doing things to try to save the relationship. Like my inside started to get into a panic. And I went to go talk to the person, like another one of my bosses, let's say, or consider my client. And it just wasn't working out. And I took it like a professional, and I was hurt inside. And remember, like it came from both ends. But I was afraid to let go of it. And there was many things about this relationship that I didn't like, and that wasn't servicing Margo anymore. For instance, I don't do, and it's not to say that I'm better than anybody. It's just the involvement of where my genius zone is better spent. I don't spend time on heavy paper files, administrative stuff anymore. It's not the best use of my time. I don't do on-site work anymore. It's not the best use of my time. And when a client of mine starts to drain the things that I don't do, that just means that Margo is not happy. And when Margo is not happy, other things happen from that. So I put a policy in place that if these things were to happen, that it protects the client and it protects me too. So that it protects me of getting paid for a while. And depending on how big the relationship is depending on the policy. So I'm protected in this sense, and the relationship is over. Now I went back, and I went back to go get my checks, and I could have told them put it in the mail and all of those things, but I wanted to go and, just massage the relationship a little bit, because there's potential other business things that could happen from that. And I could sense that they wanted to talk more and evolve the relationship. But I didn't let that happen. Being out of there, I was so happy and I was relieved. And it was a lot of money to let go. But what happened is that being out of that relationship and that negative environment, it led me into working on things how Margo wanted to work. And how Margo felt. It's not even just how Margo wanted to work. It's how Margo feels with her experience that she can service her client and her community the best. Now, I have a gorgeous mastermind of almost 300 accountants who follow me, and it's a constant growing community. And I almost never put to grow that community, and people just look to come in every day, literally, and I'm blessed with that. And I have a great community of my niche and other people, entrepreneurs. So it led me to really resurface myself and appreciate what I have to dig into my network and start getting to work, right? Because the days go by. And to share the win is that I converted a present client into a monthly client. And not only was it a fabulous feeling to have the bonus of the money, but this couple was just so happy. And it's almost like their honeymoon or like their chocolate of the feelings. And hearing their response just made diamonds for me. It just made my heart so full that my services service a client, a couple actually, that they had the time to come on the phone to me and share their wins, their weaknesses, and all of that, and trusted me through their journey. And I have to say, you know, every single time somebody trusts me with things, I feel more honored to be in this field. And it just touches my heart because it brings more and more things that I can do to change how people feel about accounting, how they feel about money. And on that note, this week I put out a video about a money date. And I hope you guys look at that and share your feedback. I would love that. And I'm going to talk more about that next week, about a money date. So sometimes when we let go of things, we take on things that are so much better. And it took me a very long time to learn that. And I share this with you because lots of times in business, we focus on what we lost and we don't focus on what we have. And I'm totally a culprit of that. And I'm sharing this with you as well is because I want you guys, and I told this to my team on the call today, and I'm saying this here, and I might have said this in my live this week too, is that practice gratitude, practice gratitude. And actually, I shouldn't say practice it, feel it. So I'm thankful for this couple. I'm thankful for this opportunity to join this live and for people to attend me live. Thank you all for listening. But feel it. You know, when I say it, it's very different than just thinking it in your head. It becomes mute. And when you say it and you feel it, you're able to request more and receive love from people that you haven't received it from before. Not even just to receive it from before, but just see what life has to offer of all the goodies and the diamonds and the nuggets that they want to share. So in the morning, or if you're having a hard day, take out a piece of paper or open up your journal. Like I always have something on my table to write and share what you're grateful for. Because how you do one thing is how you do another. And it's just so, so key. So if you're struggling with some client relationships, take an evaluation because you don't know if it's doing you more harm than good just to make the money, and that the money is just sucking the life out of you, the guts and the drain, because that's what this client relationship was doing to me. And it took me time to really learn that. But not only that, it's that, and then I've learned where to have these relationships on my terms. So when you have the relationships on your terms too, when you wake up every day, you're looking forward to these relationships to service the clients because you're not hearing the nasty comments and feeling like you can't open up your emails. Because that was me for like a long time. I would be so freaking afraid to open up because I would be like, oh my God, what are they going to say now and stuff like this? Are they going to yell? But I just don't accept that in my space. And that's what I want to strengthen to you guys is that in your space, only take in what you want and don't take into what you don't want. So your energy goes where your energy flows. So if your energy is going to the negative, that's what's going to bring in. If your energy is going towards the positive, that's what you're going to bring in. And the more you see that, the more you recognize the light. You know, I came out of my yoga class today and all of a sudden, like, the lights were crispier And I had my team meeting to look forward to that I keep talking about, which for me 10 years ago, a year ago, 6 months ago, it would not even be possible. It took like whole heaps of work. And you know, with that, they're each working together, and it's like, it's a blessing, it's a dream how they're all working together and they help each other, they appreciate each other, and it's just amazing. So as business owners and employees, we go through all these things, and if you're struggling with client relationships, or if you're struggling with your boss and it's just not working, stop attaching to outcomes. You know, attaching to outcomes of what we feel things should be is just so not going to work for you. So I hope Storytime Friday helped you. I may continue this if you guys like this, so let me know. I would love if you guys shared your takeaways from today too. And I invite you all for a call with me if you are looking to scale your business in any way for bookkeeping, accounting, outsource CFO needs. If you are looking for coaching services, I have Boardroom, which is coaching style to help you scale foundational stuff, and really putting you into like a solid way to work. All the things that I've used that worked, and that's what I share. And people have their ways of like, oh, you know, that fee gets paid no matter what, even though you don't get the results. But if you do what your coach tells you, you get the results, because the relationship is built based on experience and the love that they're sharing you of what they have to offer. So let me know what you guys are up for. I would love if you put it into the comments. I hope you have a rest of your fabulous day Friday. And I actually have a call in a few minutes. August is going to be my first podcast that I'm preparing for. Not even sure all what's entailed so far. And I'm really excited about that. And don't forget, Mondays with Margo at 5. And if you guys need anything, feel free to reach out. Have a great rest of your day. I love you all. Bye.